4,099 cars, one legendary V12. Let's jump straight into the Murciélago explainer. Part 1. The Bat Awakens. Debuting back in 2001, the Murciélago was a massive milestone. It was Audi's very first new Lamborghini design, a flagship V12 supercar defined by that aggressively low stance, and of course, those iconic signature scissor doors.
Now, the origin of the name itself is absolutely fascinating. Like a lot of Lambos, it honors a legendary Spanish fighting bull, specifically one that actually survived an 1879 fight in Córdoba. But here's the brilliant part. The word murciélago also directly translates to bat in Spanish. Keep that in mind because we'll see exactly why that matters a little later on.
Over a solid decade of dominance, this absolute beast steadily evolved. Launching in 2001, it expanded with the Roadster variant in 2004, got a massive performance jump with the LP640 facelift in 2006, and ran right up until production finally wrapped in 2010. Moving on to Part 2, Evolution of the V12. Let's look under the hood and see exactly how this engineering marvel was built across generations. Comparing the original 2001 coupe to the 2004 Roadster reveals some pretty wild engineering workarounds. To maintain structural integrity without a fixed roof, Lamborghini actually had to add 65 pounds of chassis reinforcement to the Roadster. And get this, if you attach the manual fabric roof, the car literally came with a strict warning on the windshield header telling the driver not to exceed 100 miles per hour. The raw numbers really showcase the engine's brutal evolution. The base 2001 model packed a 6.2-liter V12 pushing 572 horsepower. Fast forward to 2006, and the LP640 bumped that displacement to 6.5 liters and 631 horsepower. Finally, the absolute monster that was the LP674 SV maxed out at 661 horsepower, dropping the 0 to 60 time to a blistering 3.1 seconds. Part 3, Special Editions, Super Veloce and beyond. The Murciélago birthed some of the most extreme variants to ever roll out of Italy. Introduced in 2009, the SV wasn't just a fancy badge, it was a brutal, track-focused weapon. Lamborghini's engineers managed to strip out 100 kilograms, or about 220 pounds of weight, using a ton of carbon fiber and Alcantara. They revised the valve timing, upgraded the intake, and slapped on larger air intakes just for brake cooling. The result? A hypercar-level 429 horsepower per long ton. Lamborghini also totally mastered the art of artificial scarcity here with some hyper-limited runs. You had the 40th anniversary edition with only 50 units in Verde Artemis Blue, the LP640 Versace edition capped at just 20 units featuring custom leather, 50 units of the LP650-4 Roadster, and an incredibly exclusive 10-unit run of the SV China edition. Part 4. By the numbers. Let's step back a second and look at the hard production statistics and, well, the environmental footprint of this massive V12 machine. Exactly 4,099 Murciélagos were produced over its entire run before the assembly lines were officially cleared out to make way for its successor. Breaking down that total reveals a pretty massive divide. The hardtop coupe vastly outnumbered the Roadster, with 3,084 coupes compared to just 899 open-top variants, which of course makes the Roadster significantly rarer to find on the secondary supercar market today. But listen, all that naturally aspirated power definitely came at a serious cost. Unsurprisingly, feeding a 6.5-liter V12 required massive fuel consumption. According to the EPA, the 2008 LP640 managed just 8 miles per gallon in the city and 13 on the highway, officially earning it the title of the least efficient car of 2008. Yikes. All right, Part 5, a pop culture icon. Because beyond the track and the spec sheets, the Murciélago deeply embedded itself into modern media. Remember that Spanish translation we talked about earlier? Because the name literally translates to bat, it was the absolutely perfect real-world transport for Bruce Wayne. The car was prominently featured in both Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. In fact, Lamborghini actually lent the production crew 3 LP640s for a chase scene, and yes, one was completely destroyed during filming. And its reach went even further. The Reventon, a stealth fighter-inspired spin-off built right on the Murciélago chassis, starred in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. It was the titular car referenced in Kanye West's massive hit track Mercy. And in actual motorsport, the RGT variant won the GT1 class at the 1,000 kilometers of Catalonia, while the RG1 took the GT300 class at the Suzuka 500-kilometer race. Honestly, its legacy is bulletproof. The Murciélago truly represented the end of an era for raw, unbridled Lamborghini power. So, knowing all these specs and its incredible history, we want to hear from you. Does this old-school V12 legend actually beat out its highly refined, high-tech successor, the Aventador? Drop your thoughts below, and thanks for watching this explainer.